Hello. So this tutorial is going to be a little more tricky, but it's still completely doable. What I'm going to show you is how to extend your dreadlocks using hair wraps. So what I'm going to do is attach this hair wrap to the end of this dreadlock, so we're not completely covering it, but I'm going to be making this a lot longer here, as a lot of my dreadlocks have shrunk really quite small and I find it hard to get them into my hairstyles sometimes. So this, as I said before, is standard, comes with a little hair tie, but what I'm going to do is add some string. I have 2 pieces of string and I'm going to pass them through the same loop as the hair tie. Through here, this can be a little bit fiddly, but I'm going to pass that through, and what I want is for this to be in half, about. I'm just going to move that a little bit. So we're about in half. I'm leaving the hair tie in there as it's going to help keep these attached just while I'm doing a bit more of the fiddly things. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this on kind of not right at the end, so there's still some dreadlock there, and then this is my loose hair. I'm just going to tie it about here. And it doesn't have to be too tight, it's just so that it's attached. And as you can see, I have probably about 2-3 inches worth of loose hair on here. You could probably manage with about this much loose hair, but any less than that you're probably going to struggle. And what I'm going to do is braid, plait this string into the loose hair. So I'm going to split this into 3 sections, and I'm also going to split the strings. So one of them is going to have 2 pieces of string and the others are just going to have 1. It doesn't matter which ones. So there we go, I split it and I'm going to just start braiding here. What this is going to do is make a really secure connection, which means that this hair wrap will stay in your hair while washing, drying. They can stay in there for I think some of mine have been there for nearly a year, 10 months. So this braid doesn't have to go all the way down. We're just going to get all of that hair trapped in there, and that's going to mean it's going to last a lot longer. Once that braid is fully, the loose hair is fully plaited in there, I'm going to start wrapping around the hair wrap. So this is it can be a bit fiddly and it can take a little time to get used to. So I'm just going to wrap this round. It's probably going to go around there once or twice, and it is going to want to untwist itself. So I'm going to get one of the longer pieces and just tie this, so keep it secure. So to do that, this is how I do all my knots when it comes to hair wrapping. So I'm just going to loop it over, pass it through and just pull it tight. It's not one of the best knots, but it holds everything secure while you're trying to do everything else. So once I've tied that knot, I'm going to now start wrapping back up to the dreadlock. So I'm going to wind this up here. And I need to make sure I've got enough left to tie another one of those knots. Tie one of those knots there to finish. And I'm just going to keep doing that with the other 3 strings. But I'm going to start going in different directions. So this time I'm going to go in a crisscross direction. This just helps, this just makes the wrap a little more secure. And you can even start trapping those other pieces in there. And this time I'm going to tie these 2 together. This is where it gets fiddly. There we go. So just 2 more. And I'm going to make that loop again. and then one last time the opposite direction. And now I can tie these two together. To make it extra secure, I would go around the other side and tie a second knot in there. But there you go, that is tied onto the end of my dreadlock, and that is super secure, that's not going anywhere. And now I've got loads more length. I hope this one helped. I've got one more tutorial to show you how to do a more permanent attachment, but at the top of the dreadlock, so it's not extending the dreadlock itself.